Hey everybody, I am Russell with the Russell Bees channel. Today I wanted to give you a little bit of an update. We got our sheep and our sheepdogs, livestock guardian dogs on Saturday. Here we are Monday. Let's get an update and see how everybody's doing, okay? What up, girl? How you doing? So as I was saying, we got our sheepdogs. Doggone it, I keep saying that. I don't know why I keep saying that. We got our livestock guardian dogs, which are very different than sheepdogs. Sheepdogs, at least in my mind, are used more for herding sheep. Now ours won't be herding the sheep. They just stay with them and protect them. Now they're puppies, so they won't be doing that right off the bat. They are going to be big dogs, which they need to be in order to protect these sheep from whatever, you see the sheep over my shoulder, whatever decides it wants to try to mess with them. So right now we have the 3 female sheep and we've got 2 male dogs. We've got, we call these the golden girls here. We've got Rose, Dorothy, and Blanche. Not sure who is who, but I think that's hilarious. And then we've got our puppy dogs. Let's introduce you to our puppy dogs. They are super tired. They just like to lay around all day, which I know is going to change. But here we are. They're just happy puppies. But yeah, this is pretty much what they like to do. All the time while I'm here, and I would assume while I'm not here, they're doing this right here. So, the one with the blue collar on up here in the front, that is Doc. What's up, Doc? He's really bothered. The one in the back laying down, that one is Sam. Sam got his name from the sheepdog, which was a livestock guardian dog on Looney Tunes. So some of you may remember the big old dog, Sam. Was in a bunch of cartoons protecting the sheep, so I thought that would be funny. I like cartoons, so we thought that would be funny, and the boys agreed. So we've got Doc and Sam just hanging out, being lazy, which they're going to be working really hard for us, so they can be a little lazy if they want to. So here are the sheep. Every time I walk towards them, they take off. They are certainly getting more and more used to me. They let me stand closer and closer. They'll walk up to me practically, especially from what I found if you have food. So if I'll show you guys what it looks like when I feed them here in a little bit. When I have food for them, they get much more courageous. So let me show you this over here as well. I've got my Energizer. So this is what is charging the fence. Let me get around here so you can see it so I don't get shocked. Tell you what, let me bring you in closer so you can see it a little easier. So this is my Premier One Solar Intel Shock 60. So this is what I use to electrify the fence. Very simple setup. So it's a solar system, not like Pluto and Uranus and Saturn. This system is set up through solar power. It's got a battery inside that it keeps charged. I've got it hooked to the fence, and then I've got the ground hooked to the bottom down there. One of the most important things is to make sure that the fence row is kept clear. If you have things touching the fence, it makes it not hit as hard, and by that I mean the shock ability. So again, the whole point of obviously having this fence is to be able to keep the sheep in this location, but it's also to keep unwanted guests and predators, anything trying to get in, out. So it's pretty cool. Got our fence gate right here, so all I have to do, I made a little loop, as you can see there. Hooks into that, and then if I want to get in, I just undo it and hop in there. Pretty neat. Got the water there. Puppy dog's sleeping. It's just a white tank I was sitting on. Sheep have moved their way down to there. Let's see how fast we can get them to come up this way when I feed them. So as you can see, they eat that food up. They really love it. It's not something that I'm going to do all the time with them. I'm basically trying to get them to learn how to hear the sound of the bucket, and that way if I ever need to get a hold of one of them or bring them up close and grab a hold of them for checking them out, inspecting or counting the sheep, they will have that in their brain to know that when they see or hear that bucket shake, it's time to come get supper. See the puppy dog just pops his head out. So one of the cool things that's happened so far, this sheep shelter that I built, and I put a little bit of straw down in there for bedding. Honestly, I just had a bunch of extra, so I threw it down in there as bedding. When I pull up here, they are typically in here. So I pulled up here yesterday morning, and they were in here. It looked like I woke them up, which is cool. So it means they're probably spending the night in here, which is, as you can see, right next to the puppies, which is awesome. When I open up the puppies, they typically go right up to the sheep, which is great. So there's the tricky part about livestock guardian dogs is that you have to remember they're not technically pets. You know, obviously most of us think of dogs as pets. In this situation, the livestock guardian dog is going to be more of a farm animal because they are in charge of taking care of your livestock and your sheep, in our case sheep. So it's a tricky game that you have to play because you don't want them to bond with you more than they bond with the sheep. If they bond with you more than they bond with the sheep, they will follow you. So if they follow you to your house and protect your house, that's awesome for you and your house, but they're not protecting the sheep. So it's a very, very tricky process. There's basically two schools of thought on it that I found. There's one school that says you should not rub on the dog, you should not love on it at all. You should basically ignore it. You can give it a pat on the head when it comes up to you, but other than that, that's it. You shouldn't be loving on it and playing with it, things of that nature. And then there's basically another school of thought that gives the exact opposite opinion, which is it's okay to do both. The biggest thing is just that they stay with the sheep. So if you got a situation where they're wanting to come to you more than they want to be with the sheep, it's kind of a tricky situation, like I said, and it's not doing what you're basically needing it to do. So I think in our case, we're going to try to do a little bit of both. It's very hard not to walk by these cute puppies and not rub on them. So I certainly want to be able to love on them, but I need them to make sure that they're bonding with those sheep so that they learn to grow up and protect them. I also obviously don't want them to be afraid of people, so I want to make sure that they are happy with people and they don't think that I'm here to harm them in any way, obviously. But and the other thing is, if I ever have to give them medicine or look at them, at the puppy dogs, I want to be able to have them come to me. So, all right, well, that about wraps it up for us here today on the Russell Bees channel. Like I said before, my name is Russell with Russell Bees. Guys, we got sheep. Got them Saturday. Here it is Monday. And they're hanging out. They're literally right next to me. I think they're starting to like us already. That's awesome. Like us, like me. Puppy dogs are out and about a little bit. They woke up from their nap, so that's exciting. Stay tuned. If you like what you see, hit like. If you like what you see even more, hit subscribe. Really appreciate it. We're at 111 subscribers right now if you're watching this in real time. Here we are at the end of July. Before we know it, it'll be August. It'll be back to school time for a lot of kids. So we're super excited here. We got some exciting news coming up soon about us moving out here, so that'll be something to look forward to for you guys. But again, I appreciate you guys watching. Have a great day. God bless.